everybody, this is Magnum Pi. I'm here with Teku Golgotha, the Hilo, and Dark Templar, and we are Initiative Zero. So glad that you could join us again for Rifts the Devouring Swarm. If you are a subscriber and you've joined us on our Discord, thank you so much. We really appreciate you. We keep growing, slowly but surely, and let people know. Push those links along to your friends and other gamers that want to experience a little bit of Rifts for nostalgia or see another type of game other than D&D. We'd really appreciate that. Gentlemen, how we doing?
Good.
Pretty good. We'll see how this
doing great.
Story goes.
Yeah, well, when we last left, you guys were in the heart of the beast. You got brought into the Spider Fortress pretty much because they want what Portland has, and they obviously feel rather confident because they let you keep all your stuff as well, armor and even the Samus power armor with its railgun and mini missiles. They feel pretty confident. They probably also realize that they can't take away Senate's psychic powers, they can't take away Portland's magic, and they can't take away Sir Luke's powers, or Gotrik's powers for that matter. So, but they feel pretty confident in their own base. So, yeah, here you are, and you guys had basically kind of suited up before the end of the last episode, so you're all charged up with Armor of Ithon and your Leyline body field.
Yep.
And you've given weapons to Gotrek so that he has something he can do too. And here you are. Luke's got his swords out. And yeah, so there you are. You're standing in front of a smooth, solid sliding door.
Before we begin, just thinking back to what Portland told us regarding the brain that was seen, I have a theory. And it is that Archie is or was up to no good. Obviously we knew that. But I have a feeling that the Mechanoids are here probably directly because of him. Just a feeling.
I mean, what's giving you this feeling, though?
What's giving me the feeling is the robots that our friend, I think, also might be potentially connected, because I remember those robots that were fighting alongside with them were much more advanced than anything we've seen, and we're the most advanced robots we've seen so far.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to
assume that you're saying that this mini brain's in cahoots with the big brain?
No.
But out of everything that lives in Portland's mind, the fact that he pulled out Archie and
The win. I think I beat that schizophrenia.
So just to be clear, Portland pulled that out of the brain's mind, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just to refresh everybody, these are the bots that
it was already familiar with Archie.
Yeah, he's had some contact, and he said, you know who Archie is, so they know who Archie is.
Yeah.
They've had some contact with him.
Do you guys tell me who Archie is?
Yeah, why not?
Just throwing that out there.
there you go. So those are the
Big brain,
bots.
a lot of mechanoids. Our dog died. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. Maybe they're here because you guys killed Archie and they're hunting after you guys, and now by association me, because they're thinking something strong here is killing one of their compatriots.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't think so. I think that this is
Maybe dead by now.
different. Yeah. No, my thoughts are like Archie's was always trying to get like new ideas and better advanced technology, and what's more advanced than these things? Not much.
So it would seem.
So, anyways, just something was rattling around in my brain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I figured there was an affiliation between...
So these are the robots that were sent to you before.
Mhm.
And these are the ones that you see accompanying your friend, quote unquote.
Yeah,
friend.
and there's definitely a facial resemblance.
So I figured there was a link between Mecha Sky Batman and Archie, but what that is specifically remains to be seen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's fighting them, still thinking, it suggests to me that things didn't go the way he had hoped they would go, maybe?
Archie or this one?
Archie. Because Archie's trying to destroy them as well. He's giving us a whole bunch. If the the person helping us is connected to Archie, and I think he is, based on even looking at the robots. Again, facial structure very similar. Again, obviously some differences, but that could be attributed to length of time that we've been away. New advances, I suppose. But yeah, I think that possibly, again, I'm just spitballing. Maybe Archie somehow opened up a rift somehow. Some of these things came through. He was hoping to be able to, utilize their technology to create more advanced robots, and it kind of got away on him, and now he's trying to clean up his mess.
It's an interesting theory. I like that theory.
Yeah.
And the Samus says, "Who's Archie?"
A computer.
Giant brain.
A giant brain. Okay.
Well, yeah. Not important.
I mean, like giant.
Might be important later. In any case, shall I try to cut us out, or would somebody like to take a shot at the door?
Before we do that, I actually want to, and like while you guys are talking about Archie, and after I kind of put my 2 cents in, I actually want to just try touching the side of this and using my telemechanics.
Good idea. I was going to say, maybe we should go with the whole cut and slash part yet. Let's try to open the door. By opening the door.
Open the door, find a path out, find a weak spot, because it says I instantly become... I have a complete knowledge of exactly how this thing operates. So if I do that, then maybe I can run my telemechanic operation and actually open doors.
Mm-hmm. And so it says that, you get a complete schematic, everything about how the machine works. If it happens to be an artificially intelligent machine, which even includes things like computers, you learn everything about its operation, repair access codes and stuff, but you can actually communicate with it telepathically, which means you can tap into the memory banks, all sorts of things like that. And you have a knowledge of this place equal to 88% skill proficiency. So
can I find out how it got here? Like we were talking about, if it just kind of like accidentally a rift opened up on top of it.
If it had data banks or something like that, you could find that, right? So you mean you could tap into the computer's memory bank, right? If it had like data stored about where it's been, what it's been doing, then yeah, for sure. You with an 88%.
Can I do that?
Yeah. Well, first, I need to know what you're aiming for here. So if you touch the door, that's a set. Like, we have to think about just how this is going to work here. Like, it's a machine with machines in the machine, right? Like, like if you touched the railgun of the Samus, I would say you would learn about the railgun, not the whole Samus suit. But if you touch the Samus suit, okay, now you're learning about the Samus suit, and not necessarily the railgun, other than the fact that it comes with a complement of railgun usually.
So
right?
I think if I'm just touching like the wall of it, I'd likely be pulling up like a schematic.
Yeah, or the floor,
drawing,
right? Something like that.
Like the floor plan of this place.
Yeah.
And then also at the same time knowing whether it's artificially intelligent or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. So,
right?
Yeah. That sounds reasonable. Sounds like a good deduction. So what would you like to do?
So that's what I want to do. I want to just touch the wall, get a floor plan, and then at the same time, if I'm communicating with this thing that way, then I'll find out if it's artificially intelligent or not.
Okay, Cool. So, you need to spend your ISP, which is 10, but you're on a Nexus point, which means you get, what was it, 1d6 plus 1, I think, right? So,
Yeah.
so you get 3, or 4, rather, which means you only only takes 6. And that will last for 10 minutes plus 2 minutes per level of experience, which is 6. So it's 22 minutes plus double that, right? So this expenditure, because you're on a Nexus point, you have for psychic powers, it's double, I believe. Is that what Matt said last time? Anybody recall?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, double range and duration.
Yeah. So, so that's 44 minutes. This will last for. So, yeah. 3/4 of an hour.
Wow.
It's pretty good. All right. So you touch, you touch the wall, and I'm going to say that it is an artificially intelligent machine, but not in the sense that it has a centralized computer system. It has many computer systems, a lot of tiny things controlling things. So I'm going to have to tweak it a little bit. But what you do know is that this thing is a walking fortress, right? Obviously. It has what you can only describe based on the information that comes into you, because telemechanics is like a combination of object read and telepathy. And so it has what you can only describe as brain pools. It's 10 brain pools, which are kind of what pass for a sort of mainframe computer. So it has 10 computing sites that would have the memory banks and stuff like that. So with your telemechanics active, you would have to interface with the particular brain pool to get to know what it knows. So you can't necessarily access that data directly from the wall or the floor, right?
Do I find out where those brain pools are?
For sure. You have a total schematic. There are at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's at least a dozen decks in this thing that you're in, this fortress. And in the center of the dome is the fusion core, which is the main power of this. It has taken quite a bit of damage. It was obviously in combat. The readout of how much damage it's taken. Some things like the legs are like they're half damaged, right? Like they've lost half their stuff. It usually has a force field barrier that it can set up around itself, but that's not functional now. It's been damaged and it would need repair. The lower platform is like 2/3 left of its MDC. The main bowl is less than half of its MDC remaining. Right? This thing is quite damaged, but it also has quite the arsenal. It has particle beam turrets that are on the underside. Only 2 of the 4 are working right now. Rim lasers, usually 52 of them, but there are only 11 left that are working. A mini missile launcher, bowl laser cannons, all sorts of stuff. The big cannons up here at the top are plasma cannons, and it comes with a contingent of normally hundreds of mechanoids, but now you hear basically there's about 100 mechanoids in and around the base.
Did it look visibly damaged when we got into it?
It did.
Oh
yeah.
Okay.
For sure. And
so I'm going to pass this information along to the rest of the group.
Okay. So you explain that to them there.
Oh.
And then basically tell them that I have a schematic of, so it's kind of like, where are we looking to go?
Do you have the ability to vulnerability?
Do you have the ability to shut down that core?
Not from here.
But you could probably figure out a way of shutting it down or even causing it to self-destruct.
Yeah.
What
get to the brain that controls it or get to it.
How close are we?
You could get there.
I tell you guys.
Yeah. But there's also 10 different computer banks as well, right? So brain pools, they're called.
So do we need to take out the brain pools to be able to overload this thing, or can we just get to the core and overload it?
Well, Gotrek, you have computer skill, right?
Yep.
So give me a roll on your knowledge. What computing skills do you have here?
Computer operation, computer repair, computer programming.
Yeah. Give me a check on your programming skill.
Well, there's also the telemechanics, which
But that's
allows
not.
you to...
But he doesn't know about. Like you'd have to know about those brain pools in detail rather than just know that they exist. You'd have to be at the brain pool.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah. So yeah, what you would deduce then is again, what was your question there, Senate? Sorry, you had asked him about.
Whether or not we'd be able to pick out vulnerabilities or make this core overload without having to take out the brain pools.
Yeah, so essentially, you would know, Gotrek, that there's probably redundant systems, right, to prevent things like that. But of course, the best way of gaining that knowledge would be from these centers. And of course, if you can reprogram these brain pools, who knows? You do have an ability like that. You very well may be able to make them do what you need. You could possibly take over the Spider Fortress given enough time. So,
Right.
another thing to remind you guys, there's you can use telemechanics up to 5 feet away, so it's not necessarily just touch, right? So
Yeah.
you will be able to open doors from 5 feet away, things like that, for the next 44 minutes.
You want to try open up that door then?
Yeah.
I got a question.
Sure.
If we are able to, this is actually in game, to Gotrich. So these, you said there's brain pools, right?
Yep.
Well, you said there's 10 of them, right? You said there's 10 of
Yep.
them on here. So is there any like security around them? Like, do they have like a protocol, or like they set off an alarm? Like, how do you, like, is it just out in the open, do you know, or any of those things?
So I communicate what I know, but what do I know?
Well,
Maggie?
this is where you'll give me an 88% chance of knowledge here.
I don't know.
The most knowledge
So
you'll
this
get
is
about the brain pool is going to be at the brain pool themselves. So yeah, so what you know about them just by the information that you're able to glean from this construct here is that these are the brain pools. Apparently, are the Mechanoid computers, but they're living organisms. Okay. They're not necessarily electronic.
Oh, like they're a squishy.
They're more like a vegetable. Yeah.
Oh,
Vegetable.
okay. That's interesting.
Well, that should be all right.
Okay. And they're not nearly as big as Archie, obviously, right?
The room in the schematic, Gotrek, that's allocated to each of these brain pools is a 15 by 15 by 15 foot room.
Okay.
All right. So are we going for the brain pools or are we going for the core?
Well, the core destroyed the whole thing, right?
Yep.
Brain
Can you
pools
get us
have
out of
more
here if that-
information.
Sorry.
Well, information is nice, but I mean, if we get a ley line walker who can start crumple zoning that reactor into the room with the reactor.
I think we destroy the core, but I mean, if we pass by a brain pool, I don't want to just walk right past it. You know what I mean?
That's fair. So
like if it's on the menu, might as well
yeah,
go for
get your
it.
meat and vegetables, I guess.
Vegetables.
So if you want to start plotting out a route for us, which is fairly direct, That would be good.
Yep.
If you're okay doing the telemechanics thing, I'll leave that to you for now. But if it gets to be too much, because this thing is a fucking behemoth, you let me know and I'll jump in.
Word.
Word. I like it.
Well,
All
in the
right.
meantime, he's directing traffic. You're making swoosh swoosh with swords. I mean, I'm not going to tell you how to leyline walker. This is going to get good though, I think. And you with the rail gun, do rail gun things, I guess. I don't.
You really want
I
me
don't
to
know.
be making a lot of noise right now?
Not yet, but
Not
eventually, yeah.
yet.
Yeah, wait for the signal. You'll know it when you see it. And I will
Yeah.
put away my Mechanoid rifle and pull out my sword.
Yeah. I'd recommend, just from a tactical perspective, says the Samus, to try to make as little noise as possible. Maybe not attract much attention to us. Can't you turn people invisible? He says to Portland.
No.
You can turn you invisible, though, at least.
I can turn myself invisible, but I can't turn anyone else
Yeah.
invisible.
Well, wouldn't that be a good
I
idea?
really appreciate my GM for trying, though. I could just went with it and be like, yeah, we can totally turn everybody invisible. And then,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
our community goes, that's some bullshit.
I mean, I could use like precognition and clairvoyance to help us through this. I mean, combined
Danger.
with the floor plan, that
Sure. I'll go invisi.
Okay.
Cool.
And you could take the lead so that when they start shooting missiles at us, you could make them go back.
Are there any other
They can still
spells?
see me, probably. If I could still see me. No, I put on the reflective thingamajig. I've put on the other shield on top of my other shield. And then my throwing stones don't go invisible when I'm invisible, do they? I don't think so, right?
No. And they're not really
So having a
that
floating
powerful.
ball there might not be a good
You've got
idea.
many more powerful spells than the throwing stones now.
yeah,
But it's true.
Go-
It's true.
move
But I
beyond
can't
the
really...
stone.
Oh, you know what? I can life blast everybody.
Oh, that'd be handy.
Yeah. Before we go. A little bit of life blast. How's that?
What's the duration on Life Blast?
Well, I have to roll a 1d20 because I'm still learning it.
Okay. Let's just see. Life Blast duration, though, varies, it says.
Yeah. The save varies.
Duration also varies.
Duration varies. Yeah.
1d4 rounds. So 15 seconds to a minute is how long the bonuses seem to last here.
Yeah. Wouldn't hurt to put it on right now, though, because I
Yeah.
just...
You can cast it on 2
did all
people
that.
at a time by touch.
There you go. You have to
Cool.
roll a d20, right? Because I have to learn it.
You need to make a d20 check.
I'm going to waste my 20 on this.
And you did it.
Oh. Hey!
So you cast it. Which 2 are getting Life Blast first?
I'm life blasting Sir Luke, and I'm going to life blast Bennett.
All right. Cool. So for the first
now
round,
roll again.
I'm just gonna put this in the chat here, so that we have that available to people, so that they know what Life Blast does. And yeah,
Basically, like I jizz all over them.
yeah, and you can. That's a.
Do it again.
Hold on. You don't have to roll anymore because you now know it permanently. You figured it out.
Damn, motherfucker!
There you go.
Sweet.
So yeah,
Thank
you
you
can
for getting
cast
rid of
it.
that.
You can cast it on the next pair.
Oh, good. I will blast you two as well.
Okay, cool. All right. So
The,
you've life.
Ostrich and the Samus dude. What's
Yeah.
his name, by the way? Do we have a name for him?
I don't know.
Bam.
Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah,
Donnie?
Sammy.
We'll call
Sammy
him.
the
We'll call him.
Lieutenant
Lieutenant
pilot.
Dan?
Sure.
That's a bad omen. Was it? Sorry?
I don't know. I don't.
Sammy
I
the
didn't come up with
the
a name.
Samus pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Sammy,
call him
you're
Sam.
so-
Just call him Sam.
All right, Sam. You know what? I'm calling him Samwise. You know what? Samwise is a better name. Go with Samwise.
Okay.
I don't know. He asked if I was a mechanoid earlier. I don't know that he's all that wise.
Well, neither Samwise, ironically enough.
No, Samwise, but he had the heart of a lion and friendship.
And a donkey for a while.
Or
Mr.
pony.
Frodo.
He was pony.
Pony.
Bill.
Pony.
Yeah, the pony.
Yeah.
Bill.
All right.
God damn it,
So
right.
here we are.
Okay. All right, let's roll.
All right.
Open her
So
up
can I,
as bright as possible. Kill some shit.
Can I try precognition to see basically the future and try and navigate and assist our sneaky rolls as they are upcoming?
You want to precog. Precognition. All right. Hello, precognition. The longest spell. Or
Oh,
psychic
don't-
power and forever.
Don't
Okay.
overlook object read.
Well, this is pages and pages. Precognition. It's like 3 pages. with game master advice. Anyway, yeah. So cool. It takes 1d6 plus 2 minutes of meditation before the vision occurs with precognition. Do you want to take that time now that he's already cast a spell that only lasts rounds?
Oh, God, never mind.
Okay, cool. All right, so there you are. You are...
Open sesame.
All right, Gotrek, you've been asked to open sesame by Luke.
Yeah, so I'll touch the door, or if there's a control panel for the door or something like that.
You don't need to. You can just wave your hand and it opens.
Oh yeah,
You have
I'll
I feel like a
telemechanics.
fucking Jedi now.
Yep. All right. And the door slides open, and standing directly across from the door are these two guys.
Should I close the door back up?
How far are they? How close am I?
You're probably, I think, we're 15 feet wide is the hallway. So they're basically 15 feet across the hallway from you. They have their rifles. They're kind of standing there, and they have that grin on their face that these thin men do. Right. And, yeah, they point their weapons in your direction. Let's roll for initiative.
Okay, we got a plus. Okay, these are mechanical, right?
They are, yeah, they're artificially intelligent.
So I have a +6 plus life blast will give me +7.
This is the first round, so it's +3 actually, not so.
Wouldn't it be? Because they're mechanical, so they're not artificial. They're
In the first round, life blast gives you a +3 to initiative.
yeah, but because I'm gonna be targeting one, I'll get +6, right? So +9 then.
That's right.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
And of
All right,
course,
sorry about
Senate,
that.
your sixth sense would have gone off before the door would have been opened. But
Okay. Well, we're here now, so
yeah, just giving you your bonuses.
You sound like sarcasm. What double digit, guys?
All right.
Geez, I
Right.
actually had a half decent roll, and I'm still going last.
Oh,
Oh wow!
Go fuck
Of course,
yourself.
of course.
Way to start
Of
off.
fucking
Way to
course.
start that shit.
20s are small potatoes. It's fine.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You know what? I think you should just start rolling my rolls instead. Like, I think it's a much
Me
better
too.
opportunity.
We got the same thing. I don't know why you're yelling at me.
You?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got a 14.
No,
You
you
got 20.
you got a
Oh, I got a
24.
Yeah, I got a 12 though, base roll. Like I don't know.
I don't care about that. The fact that he already rolled his first 20 in
Oh,
his
yeah.
first roll.
Yeah.
is some bullshit.
Well, his first no, he's had other roles.
He's had
Not in
many
this
20
game.
rolls. Yeah.
Not in this
Yeah.
game. This is
He
literally
rolled
his
a one. He
first
rolled a one
roll.
d100 and got a 7. So then you memorize that spell.
No, I'm talking about this. The D20. He rolled one D20 so far. You already got a 20 for the other side, not for us.
So
Against
Portland,
us.
you are invisible. Don't forget. Senate,
Yes.
you get to go first. What do you want to do?
So, 2 thin men, and we've previously identified that these thin men don't so much have squishy bits. They're just robots, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they have to have some squishy bits inside.
Nope. They're just
Nope.
robots.
Man, I'd love to get one to shoot the other.
So,
That'd be fun.
I'm going to go for a little bit of telemechanics here.
Okay.
Okay.
Whoa. Just hold on there, Portland, as well. Or I guess DT.
Well, this is
out of character.
What?
Realize that the roll of 20 was for the initiative for Sam.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
So-
God.
That Sam's at 20.
Oh,
So
thank God.
it
Okay,
actually
I'm
is. It
sorry.
actually is a roll of 20 in our favor.
I
So
take it back.
Thank
He
God.
should definitely roll for me then, because even he rolls better for NPC than I can roll for myself. Yes. Thank you.
All right. So there we are.
I figure give credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
Okay?
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Good job
Turning
there, GM.
I
turning
try.
off their
Best
weapons would be
GM.
handy.
Okay. So
Ooh, actually, wait a minute. Sorry. We want to go quiet, so maybe I'll just turn off their weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Do a little electrokinesis.
sure. All right.
So, I mean, they've got, I'm sure, less than 12 total electrical weapons on them.
Most certainly they do. Have to have less than that. Yeah. All right. So you're using electrokinesis.
And I'm going to mumble, their guns don't work.
Okay. Cool. And yeah, you reach out. There are loads of electrical devices around you, but you pick up those two and you turn them off with your electrokinesis. All right, that brings us to the
And it's free.
Hooray! That brings us to the Samus, and yeah, he's going to
Not shoot shit, right? 'Cause
no,
makes
he's
sounds.
going to take a charge over at them and give us a kick attack probably. Robot strength. Yeah. He's going to take a charge. He's going to take 2 attacks to do a leap kick at one of the thin men. Sir Luke, what do you want to do?
I'm going to attack the thin man that he is not attacking, so I will have my points on him.
All right. So
I'm
you
going to use my sword against him, so I get I'm going to use the double sword attack,
okay?
and that means that I get +3 on this, right?
Yeah.
No, is it +3 or plus? Yeah, +3. Yeah. And boom, and then I know I'll get 2 more dice for damage. Should I hit him?
Yeah, he's going to try to parry. Of course, this
And
is
he very
done.
well might.
This is done without any bonuses because he's trying to reach inside,
Yeah.
and he does.
And yes, of course he did.
But he doesn't have paired weapons, so he gets hit by one of your swords. So you get to roll 2 more d6.
2 more d6.
All right, so that's 23. There we go. That's my second 20. Now you can start counting 20s. Yeah, Thin Man 1 goes to shoot the Samus with his plasma blaster. Does not work. Thin Man 2 also does the same thing at Luke, leveling it at you and pulling the trigger. Nothing comes out. Portland, you're on.
I have a question
Yep.
about the ley line phantom magic that I could do.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I'm reading this correctly, I make a phantom of myself, and physical attacks and elements cannot hurt the phantom, and I can free to move about, but only on the ley line. Now, it says that as a ley line phantom, the character cannot leave the ley line, which is fine. Any magic class is limited to normal range, fine. But then later on, it says as a phantom, the character can only use magical and psionic attacks. Does that mean the phantom can, or just me?
Where as a phantom, the character can own that's you because you turn yourself into a phantom.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you can
only
only
get
use
hurt or
magical
influenced by
and
magic.
psionic attacks, and can only be
Right.
hurt and influenced by magic and psionics in return.
Okay. Just want to make sure. So I can't do any of those things. Okay, my phantom can't, but whatever.
No, it's
But
not
I'm
that
good.
it's not that
Well,
you
you
have a
become a
phantom.
phantom.
You turn into a phantom.
Oh, I turn into a phantom.
Yeah, the spellcaster turns into a faint blue transparent ghost image of himself.
Okay.
And you are also
okay.
intangible, which means that you can pass through things. That's a super
Yeah.
useful. And it would last for
But no one can.
it would last
Can
for
anyone see
45
my
minutes.
invisible-
You
can
would
anyone
also
see
be
my invisible phantom.
well, you would also be invisible because you cast invisibility on yourself.
Yeah, so I really should be this guy at the moment. Then no.
Yeah, you can take 2 actions to cast that.
Yeah, I might as well be a phantom then, because all I can do is magic anyway. Not planning to do anything else. But can I still deflect though? I can't deflect then, right?
Yeah,
It's
why
a
couldn't
spell.
you?
Yeah, it's totally a spell.
Cool. All right, sounds good.
If they're attacking you, yeah.
Sounds good. All this armor on me either. All right, sounds good. Cool. I'll do that.
All right.
Phantom.
Cool. So you begin casting.
Yeah.
Gotrek, what are you doing?
Well, I was initially thinking that I'd want to have one of them shoot the other one and use telemechanic mental operation to do that.
Okay.
But that would make a lot
But-
of noise.
But that would make a lot of noise, and now that their guns don't work, it's kind of useless.
You could just use telemechanics to take over the thing, could you not? Reprogram it to work for us?
I could, but then how long could I hold that? Could I hold
Twice as
them
long
working-
because we're on a nexus.
No, but could I hold them working for us and then still go and open doors and do all that kind of stuff?
I don't think it unlinks you from the other stuff you've telemechanics yourself to.
Yeah, you've just you've made a telemechanic link with because it's like telepathy and object read. You do have to focus, right? You can't just be telemechanically connected to everything. So you'd have to switch, right? You'd have to basically cancel the power that you're currently connected to the station itself here, and then you'd have to switch and become connected to the robot. Telemechanic mental operation. Yeah, it's similar, right? In that sense, it's just able to do it.
Like I don't know if we need them necessarily now, but could I use telemechanic mental operation and just shut them down? So basically, they can't come back on.
You would use telemechanics for that, so Senate's right in that sense. Even telemechanic mental operation, you're still going to have to, because it basically telemechanics is a prerequisite for it. You would have to sever your current telemechanic connection to the fortress and establish a new one with one of these 2 things.
And I have like the connection that I have is basically going to run for the better part of the next hour.
That's right, unless you cancel it. Yeah.
Right. So I don't really want to do that.
Okay.
I actually, like, with their guns not working and stuff, I just want to go to, like, start moving in the next path, like in the direction that we need to go kind of next to get to the power source.
You're going to the power source? Okay. So you begin to move in that way. Luckily, you're not very fast, so you'll be within view for quite some time.
That's the idea. They can just follow me.
What's your intelligence here? I just wanted to see something may
Pretty
dawn
high.
on you. It should be pretty
I
high.
have an IQ of
16.
16.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So you realize that these robots may very well have radios on them and be able to transmit alerting others.
Are those things I could have
100%
shut off with
We're scooping that.
my 12 interactions?
They're not separate electrical devices, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're built into the robot.
Oh, they just have internal ones.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I do want to do that mental operation and shut them down.
Okay, which one do you want to target?
Whichever one's closer to me.
Okay, we'll say you're going to target number 2 first with Sir Luke. And you get 3 ISP from the Nexus this round. So your cost will be only 9 ISP for the telemechanic mental operation. And yeah, a regular non-intelligent machine cannot save, so you affect it. And range is doubled, so you have 100 feet. You can control him from 100 feet away.
Yep, so we'll just power him down so he crumples.
Okay. So this guy is shut down. All right. Cool. Which, of course, you are now connected to him. That brings us back to the top for the second attack, Senate.
So with base telemechanics, I can't... could I reprogram it?
You could. Yep. You could get in there and begin to tinker with it. Yeah, you'd have to be within 5 feet and make the telemechanic connection. But you would have to get in there and start to mess with its programming. Yeah, that would take a long time to reprogram it. You can't do it instantly, right?
Oh, okay.
You're just doing it at an 88% proficiency
success rate. Yeah.
But
Well,
it
more
still
than
takes
that, Life Blast after all.
But it still takes time, right? So
yeah,
no, you don't get skill bonuses for these things.
Okay, well.
So I would certainly suggest that it's the middle of combat is not the time to start computer programming.
Oh God, no, no. So in that case, I cast sword.
Okay, you draw your sword, or your sword was already drawn.
I already drew my sword.
Yep. So what are you going to do?
I'll take a stab at it, I guess.
Okay, so you charge this thin man, and give us a swing.
Perfect.
And to miss. Cool. All right. And the Samus now is already in the air, both feet off the ground. He comes flying in, and he will try to connect with his leap kick here. And I just got to find where we put the specs here for robot strength again. There we go. Cool. And yeah, he's flying in. Oh, that's if he hits. Let's roll a hit first. .20. The thin man will try to dodge. Using up his attack, he does not, so he takes 15 points of mega damage and gets knocked down because he just got leap kicked. So he loses 2 attacks there. All right, which brings us to Sir Luke.
Turning my attention to him now, I'm going to strike him as well.
Okay. You make your way over to him and double sword.
Yep. Double sword.
All right, go for it.
Or Life Blast that.
Yeah. So it's situation modifier. It's situation modifier 3, right? Yeah. And then I also get 2 more. Well, that's the shitty damage. But I also get 2 more, right?
That's right. And then we double it because you got 2 swords.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
There we go. So 18 times 2 is 36.
Yeah. Not bad, but not great. A little disappointed.
All right. Cool. So he loses his attack. Portland.
Okay, I'm going to.
You're going to continue casting the spell, or
yeah.
Okay,
Continue casting my spell.
So this it comes into effect this round.
Yep.
And you are now very ghost-like. So I'm going to give an icon that looks like, I don't know. That's kind of ghosty to me. There we go. Cool.
Sound good.
So you,
ninja.
Yep. So now you are now not only invisible but also intangible, and you can move through things and everything like that. Cool. And
That's
gotcha.
actually sweet.
All right, so I don't, I want to connect back to the overall thing that we're in.
Okay. So you're using your telemechanics on that again.
Yep.
You
And
know what?
basically just, or like since I was connected to it, can I use my total recall just to kind of know where to go?
Yeah, you can use a total recall for sure.
It's because they don't want to turn off the other one.
Well, no, it's just because my total recall uses significantly less ISP.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, it only uses 2S ISP where telemechanics uses 10.
Yeah.
fair enough.
And yeah, you're just trying to remember the schematic, right? So.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was just going to say turning off the other robot.
Oh, that would be expensive.
Well, yeah, but you guys already have beat the shit out of it, and it would be expensive. And he has no more actions left, so he can't even, or he's lost a whole bunch of actions, so he can't even radio.
That's right.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. So activate your total recall then, Gotrick. That's your action.
Yep.
And
That's
Senate, attack number 3.
With your ISP discount, it shouldn't cost you anything for that.
No, he already used his ISP this round. You don't get it every time you use it.
Oh, it's only once a round.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good to know. Well, thankfully, Sword does not require ISP. So,
And Portland,
Life Blast gives
Portland, you got 30 PPE this round, right? So just remember that.
Sweet.
Sorry.
Life Blast gives a
why-
+1 to strike, right?
Yeah,
Oh, I should
it
do
does.
+4 to strike then. Sure.
All right, all I have to do is roll a not 1.
Well done. 15 more
not a
points
one.
of damage. All right. And the Samus will stomp on this thing as it's there with a kick attack. He will hit and do 4 more points of damage to it. All right. Sir Luke with a 19, which is critical. So that's
Okay,
double
plus-
damage.
Plus 2 more.
2 more d6, yeah. So that is 22 times 2 is 44 times 2 is 88, which means you have sliced this thing in half and it is gone.
That was
He was
satisfying.
very stealthy of us guys. We're doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
no
you guys
weapon
want to
fire
do
yet.
anything with the thin man? Other thin man, or looks like he's deactivated, just slumped over.
Yeah, I'm gonna destroy him just to make sure.
Okay, so
You wanna wear him like a coat?
No, I'm just going
Yeah,
to
but-
destroy it.
Is that a helmet I could wear?
no, it's a robot head.
Oh, no, I don't.
Yeah, but yeah, you can slice and dice. It'll take you the rest of the round probably, and you have loads of attacks, so no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Slice, 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 and yeah, well done. There you are. So no comms got
Right.
out, and well done.
Let's try and be sneaky.
Would you be able to put a force shield behind us as we keep going so that they can't come up?
Yes, but I can only do that twice.
Oh, right. Yeah, then don't do that.
All right. That said, Portland
You
could
better
probably
to-
cast something like
Adhesion, yeah.
on the floor.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. That's true.
Okay, I shall do that. Then I can cast some adhesion, if you like, behind us.
I will throw the 2 thin men into the room and kind of gesture to
yeah.
Gottfried to close the door.
I'll help because I could probably lift them.
Yep. Well, they're all parts
gonna
now.
worry about-
Yeah.
I'm not gonna worry about closing the door because then, eventually, I know eventually I'll have to connect back to this thing, but I don't I know the schematics of where we're trying to go.
Yeah, he
So-
doesn't have telemechanic connection to the fortress.
Oh,
anymore.
okay. I got
Yeah.
you.
So I don't want to I'll wait to connect to the fortress until.
All right.
I
Well,
have
again, let's We gotta move quick. We can't stand around.
Yep, let's move.
But let's try and do it sneaky.
Yeah, I've already started moving to the next door.
Portland's
Right.
invisible.
Now-
Maybe Portland
now-
should go first.
Portland also has a ley line observation ball
Right, I do.
that he can send 3,000 feet ahead of him.
Yeah, let's.
Yes, it can be noticed by people, though, right?
It
That's
can
not
be.
really a good thing.
It can be. But you've cast invisibility on yourself, and I believe it affects your eye as well.
Oh, seriously? Oh yeah, cast that bitch. Let's go.
Yep.
I didn't realize that's invisible. I'm gonna roll with it. Whatever you say, I'm just gonna roll with it. Like,
Yeah.
let's go with it.
Cool.
All right.
So you're basically
I'll send it
keeping
away.
that ahead of you as a early
Yeah.
warning detection. Okay. And Gotrek, you need to lead the way.
Yeah, I'm going to.
All right. So you move along. There's a number, and you guys are going to the power core, right?
Mhm.
Okay. And you are moving along, and I need you guys to give me prowl checks. Unfortunately,
So,
unfortunately,
come on.
well, you don't because you're intangible, but the Samas
I got
will fail every prowl check there is.
nope. He's gonna roll 20 because you're gonna roll it, and it's
But-
gonna be a 20.
But he doesn't. He can't prowl in the power armor.
Can I make him float?
I don't know. Do you have something that can make him float?
I have levitation, and someone can just push him.
Yeah, he can even give himself a bit of a thrust and
Oh,
just float
Jesus.
forward. So
Oh my God!
Just put a little
What?
tow rope on him.
Is that a bad idea? I don't think it's a bad
Oh
idea.
no! I was laughing at mine because my prowl is 65 and I got a 65. Or no, sorry, I got a 7. Never mind.
yeah,
Sorry. Never mind.
Yeah.
I read that
We're
wrong.
fucked up.
Sorry, I thought I read that I got a 65. And that, oh my God, right on the nose.
Senate, however,
Oh.
also
Oh.
rather loud
Oh,
as you
God
guys move
damn it.
along.
Wait, hold on. I have to come in at under a what?
A 32.
No, I rolled a.
Or sorry, what
Oh.
did you roll?
yeah, he should
Well,
have
we
passed
have
that.
life. We have life blast, right?
Well, not only that, but where's your prowl?
Uh,
Prowl is a
related
64.
64
Yeah, you
plus
should-
5 should be a 69.
But did you modify?
Yeah, I gave it a plus 5.
So, oh, okay. So you actually typed the plus sign. That's the problem.
Oh, is that what it? Okay,
Oh.
that's what's fucked it up. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
32 or 68, it passes under the 69, which, by the way, nice.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I just wanted to check to see if it was working properly. Yeah. So you prowl, and the Samus makes some clunking sounds unless you're going to cast a spell on him. But then he has thrusters that would also, but thrusters also make noise, right? So
Yeah, that's incredible.
I mean, my thoughts are even if it's one person making noise, it's better than a bunch of us making noise.
Okay.
and let's
how
think
much of a
about
guy
let's
away?
think about the noise that he's going to make. It's going to sound like robot walking down hall.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay.
I won't do it.
So you guys,
So everybody hit their prowl checks except for Samwise. That's
Which-
crazy.
yeah, which is unusual because you guys never do that. So
We have never
Fuck.
ever done that.
yeah.
True.
So you make your way along here. I'm going to say that Portland, your early warning detection basically is letting you guys stop. Wait till certain mechanoids pass by before you
Oh.
continue on. Right. So this is very it's very Death Star from episode 4, right? Like you guys are, the place has got loads of mechanoids in it. There's probably about 100 in this this thing, but you're creeping along quietly,
I don't
waiting
know if
for a
I'd say
bunch
that's
to.
loads, because previously you said that it would hold like hundreds. So,
Yeah, yeah.
over 1,000, and you say
Clear-
there's 100.
I'm just
Clearly,
lot.
I'm just
not a
saying.
full contingent.
Yeah, I'm just saying that compared to what you've encountered so far, there are even more
Oh.
mechanoids on this than that team that basically brought you in.
But I think in
Right.
terms of how many it would actually host and how big this thing is, right? Like I think if we're thinking about, one or two like cruise ships, and then you're saying there's 100 enemies on it, that wouldn't be that much.
Well, they're not clustered together. I'm not saying that you're encountering 100 at
Yeah.
a time. But that said, they're spread out and they're doing things so that you do have to pause, wait till a couple walk by. Luckily, you have prowled successfully, and yeah, they make their way by the Samus again, hiding behind a corner, not moving as you're like, there's some coming, right? That sort of thing. It's very similar again. I mean, if you imagine Episode 4. Right, how Han and Luke and friends are just kind of moving about the Death Star, and there's a troop of stormtroopers that go by, and Obi-Wan kind of, moves up against the side, and they just march by, and they're talking, sort of thing. So, your successful prowl checks have given you the ability to avoid conflict here as you make your way deeper into the core. As you get closer to the core, however, that's where you're going to find things are a little bit more. There's going to be mechanoids present at the core, and these are going to typically be things that would be in charge of maintaining it. So the room for the power core, the power core itself is a large contained reactor. So there's a control area that these two runners are moving about in, just kind of taking almost like an inventory of readings from the power core. And yeah, what would you guys like to do? They haven't noticed. I mean, you see them, Portland. You're 3,000 feet away, sort of thing, right? Like you can tell that they're in there before you do anything. They're busy. What's your plan? What do you guys want to do here?
They were at the power core?
They're in kind of the control room for the power core, yeah. Or the place that gives readings on it, right? Telemetry.
Could you shut down some radios so that they can't contact anybody?
I get the sense like these things are made of squishies, and so it's more of a cyborg. So that I can't play around with. I have things I can use against psychic critters, which we know them to be, so I can slow it down and stun it a bit.
That could work too.
But I can get one at a time with that.
Yep. I think that might be a good option. Do they have any weapons?
They have a built-in forearm blaster.
Those could be turned off, can't they?
No.
Like even if they're squishy. Oh,
If it's a cyborg, no.
Okay. Well, that's
got to be a separate implement.
Honestly, I think starting to try to turn off their brains, such as they are, might be the best approach. One at a time.
It's not exactly like that. It's a debilitating effect. It'll reduce their performance, but it's not going to stop them by any stretch.
You can't do the same thing you do with humans then with these ones.
I can, but against a psychic, they will probably shrug it off and laugh at me.
Are they psychics, these ones?
All of them are.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, my brain isn't braining.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. So again, I have something I can throw to upset one of them. Yeah.
That could help, at least in the short term. And then thoughts are, we rush in, put a layer of carpet of adhesion, and then that might give us enough time to kill them, and then just go at the core.
At this point, we're kind of covering Gottridge to interact with this core and try and fuck with it and set it to self-destruct, right?
Well, can he do it from here?
It's a range of 10 feet, if I am understanding it correctly.
Telemechanics is 5 feet range.
And how far
But
away
we're on a ley
from it?
line. Or we're on a nexus, so that doubles.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
10 feet.
And we're looking
I think we're more than
operation.
10 feet away.
Yeah.
Oh,
How
yeah.
far away
This
are we?
is I don't know, several, like it's around down a corridor, around a turn. Like Portland is viewing this through his ley line
Oh.
observation ball and giving you the information. I don't know how close you guys want to be, but I'd imagine you're talking with each other. Well, there's nobody listening, sort of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I mean, when I'm within about 100 feet, I can start messing with them. It won't shut them down, but it will slow them down.
Yeah, I would say anything to distract them, and then even then, um,
It'll buy you the time you need to rush in and close the
Yeah.
gap.
it'll buy the time, and then even there at that point, I mean, it might even not matter at the noise at that point because we're going to take down the building, so rail guns might even be an option.
Well, let's go as long as we can without it, but
Of course.
okay, so we got to sneak as close as we can, and then
All right.
Yeah.
Who are you sending in first?
well, Portland should go because he's invisible. Me going is a good idea because I don't have to get terribly close. But again, depending on what the real estate looks like.
And I can move pretty quickly, so I don't have to be too close. I can get in really quickly.
And you want the Samus to hang back and try to maintain a line of sight from a range with his railgun. Okay, Gotrek.
Yeah.
I'd want to kind of go in last or later, because I just want to kind of save myself for kind of communicating with this power source and shutting it down.
Okay. Cool. So Portland, you're first. You're moving in. What are you going to do? Now, don't forget,
So
you're
I walk-
intangible, which means you can even walk through walls, right?
Yeah, I know. I was gonna walk right in, I guess. And so what do I? Can you give me the layout of the land here?
It's a. Imagine walking into a sort of a hallway. So if you walked through the entrance portal, basically it extends to the left and to the right. It is about 15 feet deep, but it's a big long hallway, and it's just a sheer metal surface. There's no controls,
No way.
no displays, nothing.
No one in it though.
Oh yeah, these two runners are in it.
Oh, these two runners. Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
one they're kind of down on either end of the hallway. They appear to be looking at the metallic wall, but they're not really.
They're not
Yeah.
moving though.
Well, they're moving, but they just seem to be standing there. Then they'll take a couple steps to the side and turn their heads in a different direction. But they're doing something.
Okay. And these
That
are
would be-
runners, right? So they're probably pretty fast, correct?
Well, most mechanoids are pretty fast.
So are they like pretty close to each other in proximity?
No, they're down either end of the hallway, right? So you walked into a sort of a central portal, and to your left and to your right is an extended hallway, right? The hallway is 15 feet wide, but probably about 40 feet long in either direction.
Given our experiences, these are like the sciencey kind of people, sciencey mechanoids, right? They're the ones that seems like the ones interested in research.
It does appear to be that way, yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they probably still like.
Oh, they're still armed. Yeah, they're still dangerous.
Yeah. We don't want them telling other people we're here, so
No, of
that's
course.
also probably a thing.
Yep.
But their comms aren't off yet, right?
Nothing has been done to them.
Okay. So then I am going to. I don't think stick them to the floor mat. If I do that, I might alert them. But they wouldn't know.
They would know when they try to move.
Even though they're trying to really, yeah, that's true.
And your MO has been communicated to everybody, right? You've used that against them before. Not these particular mechanoids, but the mechanoids, full stop.
What? Sorry.
You've used carpet of adhesion against the mechanoids, so that strategy has been associated with you. And if that brain that merged with did a mind bond with you actually shared the information, right?
Right, then they would tell everybody else kind of situation.
Yeah. So they would clue in that
Okay.
you're out by sticking people to the floor.
Okay, that's fine. I won't. I'm gonna stay low then. for now.
Okay. So you're just kind of
Really
in
no
that
reason.
hallway?
Well, yeah, 'cause really there's no reason for me to do anything yet with the rest of the crew not here.
Okay.
I really
Rest,
can't do anything to these guys at the moment.
rest of the crew, anything you want to do?
I'm gonna start sneaking in, I guess.
Okay. Give me a prowl check.
Taking cues off of Portland as I do.
Mm-hmm.
What you got, Prowl?
Are they wearing helmets? Like, are these full robots as well, or are they
Their cybernetic body.
cyborgs? Okay. So
First question.
is their head exposed? Like, is there a helmet on their head? I can't wait.
There are no helmets. They are a robotic body that has an organic thing living inside of it.
Okay, so I could zombie them, is what I'm trying to ask, really.
Yeah, you can affect them like you would affect living things. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I would have done that then. Okay,
Okay,
never mind.
let's do
That's
that.
fine.
So Sennate's just sneaking in. So what do you want to do?
I'll trance them then.
Okay, which one are you trancing?
The one on the left
Okay, runner 1.
is a standard save.
Yeah, I'm just checking to see if he has any bonuses to save versus magic.
Being that they don't know what magic is, I almost wouldn't think they would.
No save there.
Nope.
That's for sure.
No save.
Cool. So this guy
Zombies.
is tranced. Yeah. Does trance work? Yeah. You worked against the cyborg before. Yeah. So cool.
Yeah, I did.
That's
Yeah.
one.
Huh.
And the other turns to look around, and walks over to runner 1. This is now as Senate is moving forward. Sir Luke, Gotrek.
I'll move forward as well, quietly, trying to prowl. Where's my prowl here?
I'm
And
not very good at prowling at all, so I just want to kind of stop and wait.
Do we get a like for life blast? Do we get a 5 for prowl?
Yep.
Okay, I'll make sure to
I like
get
that.
this time. There we go.
Cool. So you and Senate quietly moving in. Gotrek, you're not going to attempt.
No, because my prowl is really bad.
Okay. So you're hanging back with the Samus?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. I'll put this guy here and you here. Okay. So, yeah, Senate, Sir Luke, you guys move in. Portland, your second attack.
I will show the zombie the second one then.
Okay, trancing the other one. Go for it. Take off your PPE and
Yep. Get a roll.
Yep.
It's safe.
he saves. And now realizes something was trying to affect him. And let me roll initiative for him. If he has a bonus at all.
The 19-year-old too. Shoot.
Well, that was for his saving throw. That's for his initiative. 13. And Portland, you're going to have to give me a roll for initiative as well.
Are we all doing roll initiative now, or
Might as well.
keep the old
Yeah.
one as well? Yeah. And this is a cybernetic, so I don't get all the.
Do we still have a +1 from Life Blast? Or is that done?
That only lasts for so many rounds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it
Yeah,
would
the
be over.
performance
It would
is
be over now.
longer.
Yeah, it would be over now.
Okay.
Okay, but I do get a
There's
plus.
an initiative roll I've come to expect.
I get a +3 though, so there you go.
Look at Portland. You guys rolling 20s. Don't you complain to me about stuff.
Holy shit! Yeah, you got a 20. Nicely done.
I will complain as much as I can, dude.
All right. Sir Luke, you are on first, so you're still
Is he?
making your way in.
Oh, he beat me by 0.4.
Yeah.
0.04.
I don't know what's gone down, right? So I
You
can't
have no idea. Yeah. So you're just
so
moving in.
I'm gonna continue to walk ahead, and since Life Blast is no longer working, I will continue to prowl. So
Yeah.
abilities, prowl. Oops, sorry, skills.
You're good. You don't have to roll it again. No, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Senate, you're doing the same?
How close am I?
You're quite a ways away still. You could start running if you want, or you can.
Well, no, I mean like hundreds of feet or
Yeah.
like 100 of feet.
Yeah, probably. I would say, how far can you moving around if you're just walking? I'm just thinking now. Your run is pretty fast, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would say you guys are. If you don't start running, you're not going to get there anytime soon. But you don't have any incentive to run yet because you don't know what's happening.
Yeah, that's it. Nothing is standing out. So once I'm in range, I'll do something.
Okay, cool.
Just confirm my range.
So Portland, you
20
beat
feet plus 10 per level times 2. That's a pretty good range.
Portland. You have beat him in initiative, so he hasn't had a chance to send out any comms yet.
All right, let's do it again.
Okay, you cast another spell,
Might as well try.
and this time he does not save, and he is tranced as well.
Fucked up, bitch.
What's the duration on your trance?
It is. Where is it? Oh, it is 5 minutes per level. So 30 minutes.
5 minutes per level, so 30 minutes times 1.5 is 90 minutes. Or sorry, I can do this. It's 45 minutes. So it's a little bit of brain not braining. Cool. So they are both entranced, and you are there now. It does not take long for the rest of you to show up. The Samus and Gotrek hanging back. Senate, Sir Luke, do you give Gotrek an all clear sort of thing? So
Yeah, I'll give him the all clear to come over.
Okay,
Yeah.
So there you guys are in this long metallic hallway. The Samus hanging back, giving you cover in case something approaches.
Okay, come on, just
Yep. So I'll move in.
All right. There you are, big long hallway of a flat metal wall.
Well, I want to get to that control room.
You're in it.
Kind of where
this
they
is
are.
it. Big long, yeah. It's just a big long
hang on.
hallway with a big flat metal wall. It's 15 feet
Am
wide.
I looking?
It's 40 feet
Am
in
I
either
looking at the
direction.
power source?
You're looking at a flat metal wall. There's no window, there's no glass, there's no screens, there's nothing.
That actually reminds me. Have we thought about how we're getting out?
No,
Okay, fair enough.
don't worry about it.
I
But do I know, like, based on my total recall, do I know where this power source is located?
It's huge, and it's probably on the other side of that wall a little ways, but
Okay. That's I guess what I'm
Yeah.
wanting to know.
you know you're in the right spot, yeah.
Okay. Is there a door that gets in there?
No, it's just a big flat metal wall. It extends 40 feet in one direction from the entranceway and 40 feet in the other direction from the entranceway. It's 15 feet wide, and so that means the whole hallway is 95 feet long, with this doorway in the middle. And yeah, it's just a big, long, metallic hallway.
Okay. But like, there's nothing on my total recall like as to how to get into that space.
Do you just have there is no there's no information on an entry there. There would be this is the control area for it. That's kind of what you know. But getting into the reactor area,
Panel?
you don't see any control panel. No. And again, you have a schematic. Give me an electrical engineering roll. No, you can't really make much sense
At
of
an
it all.
82.
I know.
Come on.
I'll give you one more chance with robot electronics, just because it is kind of a big giant robot vehicle. So
Robot electronics. I think it's down later.
okay, so the glimpse you got of the schematics and things like that, from what you can remember with Total Recall, and your own understanding, it seems that there are no control surfaces in this entire structure. You know that the mechanoids are psychic, and they control many things using psionics, and sometimes like a direct neural interface whereby they kind of plug in, so that they're not typing, they're not looking at monitors, they're using limited forms of telepathy, telekinesis, things like that to control around them. So where you would find control panels or access panels, where you would find control switches and things like that would be behind sort of access panels and the like. But that is not located here. You may have to cut your way through, or you may have to find another side to this so that you can get in. That said, you happen to have an intangible friend who can walk through walls.
Okay, so I will pass that information on to Portland.
All right. Who you don't really know where he is because he's also invisible, but you hope he's around.
We're used to that.
Yeah.
I'm around.
Yeah.
In the area.
I was going to say, Portland, where are you? I need you to go through that wall. The power source is on the other side.
Okay.
All right.
What was it?
If there's a way for me to get into that room, and if you can find that and then come back and let us know, that's most ideal.
Would Senate have overheard this?
Yeah, you're all standing there.
I mean, it's controlled psychically, so why can't I telemechanics it and interact with it as a psychic?
You could do that.
So then I will.
Well, I could do the same. I just because it's only 10 feet, right?
Well,
So it depends
the
on
actual
how far on the
reactor,
other side of that
the
wall.
actual reactor, the thing that's doing the reacting is somewhere on the other side of that wall, but controlling it, maybe the control circuits are right there on the other, just immediately on the other side of the wall. Like, you don't really know.
Right.
But
So then I don't mind giving it a shot.
okay, cool. Spend your 10. Spend your 4, I guess. Yeah.
Yep.
And
Done.
yeah, so you connect with this thing, and let me know if you are successful on your 88% chance of affecting it to get to basically get a sort of a sort of understanding of what you need to do here. You are successful. So yeah, you basically realize that what you're able to get is readout information on the stability of the reactor. It's this is a place where you actually will draw data, right, and get recharged, right. You can also recharge things here. As simple, there's some form of built-in electrokinesis of some sort that if you were to place an energy clip or even an energy rifle up against the wall, it would recharge that device, that sort of thing. So, but it is a place that basically draws information and or energy from the reactor, but it is not a control. You couldn't shut it down from here.
Okay.
But if you give me a subsequent roll, you may be able to figure out where you can shut it down from.
While he's doing that, can I kill the 2 walkers? Like, just destroy them?
Yeah, you totally can.
Good, good. I'm going to do that.
Yeah. Okay. You slice and dice. The Samus helps by tearing them as they just stand there, right? Well, really unable. I think they're able to defend themselves if they're attacked, right? With trance, but
No. They haven't been able to yet.
oh, okay. Oh, that's right, because you guys did that with that other cyborg. Cool.
Mhm.
So basically trying to coax the machine into giving you the information, you find that your attempts are blocked by another mind, Senate.
Here we go.
And it's almost like you're actively being resisted by something. It isn't this machine, but it's something else that's influencing the machine, kind of like you're influencing the machine. And I'm going to do this just to gauge its level of control. So it you went in with a 13, it went in with a 72. I'm going to say that difference tells you the level of control. So it has a tighter control than you do. However, you did succeed very well. So
Sorry, it has a better control.
I'm just gauging the further you are on that percentile roll. I'm not rolling a skill. I'm just giving it a number to see, that the bigger the distance, the more distant your levels of control are from each other, right?
Okay.
So, so it is, it's more masterful on the system than you are. It knows, it's almost like it's part of it. And you hear a question echo in your head of, who are you? What are you doing? You shouldn't be here.
I'm going to go ahead and sever that link.
Okay. Gone. That's your telemechanics, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Say, we may have just been found out. If anyone needs to recharge any of your weapons, pop them, and I will put my Mechanoid rifle on the charging station and say, here.
Okay.
I'll do
And at this, your sixth sense goes off, Senate. And that is where we will stop at this time with this particular adventure as you guys continue to make your way through this I don't know, I just keep picturing the Death Star. Anyway, so the Mechanoid Death Star, the Spider Fortress, here in the Devouring Swarm. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for, if you're a loyal fan, for being there with us. We'd love to hear from you down below. Please put comments down below, like and subscribe. Join us in our Discord. We always love just chatting with you guys. I'm Magnum Pi. I'm here with Teku, Golgotha, Vahilo, and Dark Templar, and we are Initiative Zero.